Welcome everybody. I'm glad to see you all here for our ComplyHub demo. I am very excited to share what I have developed so far. And I'm also very excited to announce that we will have a demo account available for you at the end of this session today. So you'll be able to log in and have a play with it yourself. And we're not far from fully launching the system. So let's not delay any further. My name is Angela Connell-Richards. I'm the CEO and founder of Vivacity Coaching and Consulting. I've been working in the training industry for over 30 years, but I also have a background in IT, funnily enough. I have delivered advanced training in Microsoft Office, but I also have loads of experience in developing websites and a variety of different systems. And now I have built ComplyHub. And ComplyHub, thanks to AI making it much easier for me, we now have our new system. So I'm very, very excited, and lead programmer, it would seem, yes. So let's not delay. Today we're going to have a look at the new ComplyHub, but I'm going to be demoing, and I've got permission from one of our clients, Kerry, who has allowed me to use her as a demonstration where I'm going to show you how you can manage your documents within ComplyHub. So without further ado, let's get started. Now you can ask any questions that you have in the chat. If you have any suggestions on how you would like to see ComplyHub being more user-friendly, or any features that you're interested in seeing as well, please share them in the chat, because we'd love to hear your thoughts and ideas. Now, ComplyHub is run through AI. So there are a lot of AI features within ComplyHub. So it's going to make it so much easier for managing your compliance moving forward. So the first page we land on is our dashboard. So the dashboard just gives an overview of what's in the registers. We've also got an AI register health summary. So it'll just give you a quick summary of what you already have within ComplyHub. So it's going to make more sense when I go through the other areas within ComplyHub. This is my demo account. So I've already got some data in here as well. And I've got a few things that have already been set up within the system. So the dashboard will make more sense, as I said, as we go through the rest of it. So what we're going to do is we're first of all going to go to the governance registers. Now, if anybody came along to my last webinar, the demo that I did, it looks a bit different. ComplyHub looks a bit different because we've actually switched platforms, and we've got a more powerful platform that has a lot more AI in it. So that's why it looks a bit different. But also, it's got so many AI features in it. And I already updated a few of the features based on the feedback that we had from the last demonstration. Now, one of the things that I identified when it came to the governance registers, we have 26 of them. So I was like, I don't want to clutter up your dashboard with 26 registers. So what I decided we'd do is we would use AI to identify what should go into what register. So I'm going to give you a little demo now. So this is what it looks like when we go to a register. So we basically come up with whatever it is. So I've come up with a few examples. And we can also, put in what standard it goes to. What type of evidence is it? If you do have evidence, it may not be evidence that you have in there. Who's responsible? So you can put that in there. You can also put, is it in progress? Is it planned? Is it completed or overdue? You can also put a link in there if it's relevant. So it might be that you're doing an audit of your marketing, so your website, so you can put your link in there. And you can also put in when you're going to review it. So, so it could be that this is a monthly review, quarterly review, annually. I'm going to do an ad hoc, and we can pick a due date. So I'm just going to pick a due date on there. And the completed date is when it's completed. Then we put a little description in there of what that document is or what the issue is that we have noted. So I've got an annual review of the validation plan. I can link it to a register. So because it's assessment validation, I could, and that one's not quite working yet, but I can put in the assessment validation. Anyway, I create an entry, and unfortunately that's come out with error. But then once we put the entry in, it will then go into the governance dashboard. So we'll have our governance that will all come up in here. So it can choose the type of register, but you can also choose. So you can say, is it a risk? Is it a compliance? Is it leadership? There's a number of different registers that you could put in there. What happens if you do not complete it by the date you entered? I'll show you some features that are going to come up. It won't self-destruct and it won't send you to an ASQA audit, that's for sure. But it will have, there is some features in here where it will remind you. Does this allow us to make our own registers? Yes, I'm working on that, Adam. That was after your feedback from the last webinar. I am working on it where you will be able to add your own registers. So yes, definitely. And that's going to be using the AI features that are within our dashboard. So, this is basically your governance register. So, so what will happen then is we'll then have a, you'll be able to have a compliance register where you'll be able to download a report. So this will have different reports that you will be able to have in here, and it will make more sense once I've uploaded some documents. Okay, so I've done a lot of work on the documents register. So you can see I've got a few documents that are in here, and I've got them in here as published. You can see that they're categorized. So they're categorized by the quality standards, outcome standards, or the credential policy. So they're already in there, and it's got version control in it as well. So I'll show you more about that when I jump into Kerry's account, where I'm going to do a demonstration of how the documents will be able to go in. So you'll be able to upload an individual document, but you'll also be able to upload bulk documents. So you'll be able to go in and upload a document that a bulk of your documents, 20 at a time. That's all it can handle at the moment. Now, what happens is when you upload the document, AI is going to auto detect what type of document is it. Is it Word? Is it Excel? Is it a PowerPoint? Then you click on Analyze, and it will analyze that document. So basically it's going through, the little robots and bots are going through and reading the document, and it's identifying what standard does it come through. So this one's a policy document. So it's identified the title of the document, so credentials policy. We're going to say this is a regulatory change because that's where what's happened at the moment. Then we can go, so this one is under the credentials policy. So it's going to come under the credentials standard. So it's going to come under there. Then we've got when should it be reviewed? AI has suggested annually. So you can take the AI suggestion or you can change it. So it's up to you what you want to do from there. So you'll see it's got lots of suggestions in here as well. So it's suggested that this is a policy. So it's got in there that it's a policy. It's saying it's a credential policy. And then we can say whether it's draft, under review, or approved. So we can then click on it and continue to review. Then once we get to that document, you've got a few more details. So things like who are you? Who's approving this? So it could be the compliance manager, it could be the CEO. You could have a review. When are you going to review it? So policies should be reviewed annually. So I've put in annually, and it's automatically calculated 1 year later. So then we upload and finalize that document. You can also link it to registers, but this one, because it's a policy document, doesn't need to be linked to a register. And now our policy is in our documents register. So we've now got all of those documents in there. The features moving forward will be then this will be set into the different quality areas and the compliance requirements areas, and your team will be able to do a search on those documents and be able to review those documents as well. Okay, so that's the documents register, which I think is very, very good. So you can just go straight to upload, but you can also upload the documents within the documents register. Then we have our risk register. Now, the risk register, because I haven't got a lot of data in here yet, it can't identify any risks, but it will identify risks based on the data that we've uploaded. Can one document be linked to multiple? Yes, it definitely can. It can be linked to, so and I'll show you further that once I go into the other demo account. So we've got risk management, we've got our risk register, and we've also got tasks. So you can set tasks for other people as well as tasks for yourself. And then we also have a compliance calendar. So this compliance calendar includes all of the required reporting that you need to do with ASQA, as well as it ties in with those tasks, those documents when they need to be reviewed, your risk management register, as well as your governance register. And then we have our ComplyBot. So ComplyBot works in the background with all of these. This is the AI that's working in the background, but you can also just ask the ComplyBot any questions. I've got a couple of example questions here. So how do I prepare for an ASQA audit? And it will come up with an answer for you with a strategy on how to prepare for an ASQA audit. So while the ComplyBot is thinking, there's a number of questions that it can answer. So it can go through, give you step-by-step instructions on what you need to do to prepare for an ASQA audit. And then you can go back and ask further questions if you have any other questions that you want to ask it. You can also set up your profile, so you can upload an image, and you can also upload your details. So I'm just going to go into my pictures and upload my image. So I've got my profile picture in there. I can change my details. There's also a section where you'll be able to manage your whole user account. So this one's just a single user that we've got in there. So I'm going to save those changes. Now let's go to Kerry's account. So Kerry, you will be very excited about this. Thank you, Kerry, for being our volunteer for this demo. I'm really looking forward to being able to show you what we can do in here. So in Kerry's, I've already got a couple of things in here. So you'll see that we've got the risk register has 2 that are in there. It's green, so that means that we're not behind. We're up to date with what we're doing. The continuous improvement register is overdue, so it's red, and yellow is that we're on track, but we are getting close to being off track when it comes to that. Okay, so let's jump into the documents register. And so you'll see this is a brand new account, so we don't actually have any documents in here yet. But I'm going to show you this feature where we can upload multiple documents. So I've created a folder for HPA, and I've got all of their policies and procedures in here. And now I'm going to upload these documents. So I've added the documents, so they're now in the upload. Now it's going to be analysed by AI. So basically the bots are going through to identify what are these documents, what type of documents are they? Are they policy documents? Are they forms, checklists? And it will then start naming them. So it's going to analyse it. It's going to name them. It's also going to categorise them into their category and what standard it relates to. So it's going to work its way through all of that. At the moment, we can only do 20 documents at a time, but this is going to save you a lot of time, particularly when you first set up, because you'll be able to upload your documents and it will process all of those at the same time. So it will go through. So the other thing, and it works really well with our documents, so for all of our superhero members, what it does is it reads the footer, and in the footer, we've put the name of the document, the version number, and we've also put what standards it relates to. So because we've done that, the bots can read all of that, and that's how it's able to identify what standards it relates to and categorize it into those categories. So we're almost finished. So it's going through all of these. These are just policy documents. So basically what I've done for you, Kerry, is I've gone into Unicorn and I've downloaded all of your documents. These are all the policies documents. And then I'm uploading them into ComplyHub. Okay, so successful. So analysis is successful. Now we're going to continue to review. So what we can do now is it's gone through, it's done an AI analyze, but instead of going through each one individually, we can select all. We can say that it's been approved, that it will be reviewed annually, and it's a regulatory change for what we're doing right now. It's a regulatory change. That is the reason why we're putting these new policies in. So then we finalize it. And now you can see it's uploading the documents, it's reviewing them, it's identifying what categories they are, what the name is, what the what version number it is. So it's reviewing all of that, and then your documents are uploaded. So we've now got them all in here as draft. So I can once again go in, I can select all. If I go into my drafts, I can select all, and I can do a bulk action and send it for review. So it's under review, and then you'll see it will move from this folder over to this folder. Send. There we go. Okay, and then once again, once you've reviewed them, so this is great if you've got a team working with you and they need to review the documents before they're finally approved. So now we're putting them in to be approved. And now we've got them approved. We can now bulk publish. Once they're published, they'll be available to other team members. So you'll be able to get trainers and assessors will be able to log in, and they will be able to see those policies and procedures. You'll be able to have admin staff who will be able to access them as well. So we'll have all of your documents in there, and they've been approved. They're version controlled, so we've got version number 1. You can easily go in and edit them if it has the wrong. So this one's been approved, and we've got, you can change each of these individually as well. So if you wanted to go through. So Alison's very excited. I tell you what, when I got this feature going, and I only got this feature going today, I was like, OMG, this is going to make life so easy. So, so I'm very excited about that. So I'm still working on so at the moment, the demo account is just showing you the main features where you can go in and have a look at how the different things work. So you can have a look at, you can upload documents. Can you edit the version? Yes, you can. You can. Very excited, but a bit scared. Well, Kerry, I'm already started for you. So you already have these documents. So Kerry, I'll share this demo account with you, and you'll be able to log in and have a bit of a play with this one as well. But that bulk upload is just going to be game changer when it comes to getting started. Then we're also, and as I said, we'll have a different login. So the dashboards will look a bit different for different user types. So trainers and assessors will only be able to access things that are relevant to trainers and assessors, and admin staff will only be able to access what's relevant to them. And you can control that. You'll be able to control the users and what their access will be within there. Okay, so now we've got some documents in there. We've got some risk activity that's now happening on our dashboard. And we've got, let's see what's happening up here. So we've got users and things like that. Now, so let's go in to the governance register and let's add a new entry. So I'm going to say, let's say that we're doing some industry consultation. So this one comes under our industry relevance. So we're going to do, I haven't got the industry consultation here. Okay, so we'll just put it under compliance. We'll put it under the relevant standard. I haven't got all those working. The evidence type. So this is going to be a summary from a report. So let's say it's an email. You could have the link to the email. Who's responsible? So we're just going to make Joe responsible again. It's in progress or completed. You can put in there. It doesn't need to be reviewed. So it's an ad hoc. We're going to say the due date is the 8th. And we can put in a little description. So I've just pre-prepared some here just to make it easier for the demo. And we can put a little note in there. We could also link it to a register. So we could say, okay, we want to put it, we want to put it in, so we'll have more in here and we'll have the industry consultation register in there. So then we can create the entry and then what it will do is then pop that within your risk register, but as well as, so you've got your risk dashboard, and it will also create tasks for you as well. So you see I've got a couple of tasks here. So Kerry's got a few things here to do, but one I've already done is I've already uploaded the new policies and procedures. So I can now mark that as complete, and now it will move over to this side. So I've put in a few tasks. You can put in just your tasks, but you can also search other team member tasks as well. So you can add a task that could go to other people within your team. So you can also have a look at what the priority is of that. I've got some things here for attending some training, developing cultural safety training, and we can also make them a risk as well. Now, here's another exciting thing is the compliance calendar. So the compliance calendar has added those tasks. So those tasks that I just put into the system and is now within the calendar. So it's got a date of when that's due. So you were asking it earlier, Kerry, what's going to happen? It's going to say it's yellow because it's due this week. It's a high priority and it's pending at the moment. There's nothing critical with those tasks. It hasn't been identified as critical. But we've also got this AI power. So the AI power can identify, okay, where are we at? Where are you at with compliance? It's saying it's 85%, which is good. There's nothing highlighted that you need to be working on right now, but it's also got some suggestions. And here's some suggestions here. So schedule a assessment policy review. So we can just do a quick add there, and it will then add it into the calendar. You can also plan your event miss preparation. So I've put all of the event miss reporting, the annual declaration of compliance, and the quality indicators in there as well. And if there's any other reporting requirements, we can also add those in. So we'll put it in as a master feature. Anything that's a regulatory requirement, we'll have that in as a master feature. But you can also put your own reminders in there as well. And you can identify what type of risk it is and when does it need to be done. So this is going to only improve over time because we're going to also include, so one thing that we're working on is that when you go to set up your profile, you'll be able to enter your RTO ID. It will be linked to training.gov.au and it will be able to download all of your details from training.gov.au as well as the training products that you have on your scope of registration. So that's going to help when we go to assessment validation and reviewing documents as well. So we can upload your logo into here and your image. We can also have, what sort of notifications do you want to have? Do you want to get email notifications, or do you want to rely on just logging in? So you need to log in each day, and these email notifications are going to be about your deadlines and things in your in your calendar. We are going to be changing the view, so you'll have different themes that you'll be able to use. We're still working on those features. We have a number of different color themes that you'll be able to choose from. So you'll be able to, so you don't have to stick with our branding that's in here on the side. You won't be able to choose exactly your colors, but you will be able to have different themes that you'll be able to apply. You can also choose what page is your default page when you log in. So if you want to have the dashboard or you don't want that, maybe you want the calendar. So when you first log in, it will be the calendar that you'll go to. So you'll know exactly what you're going to do first if you wanted to go there. You can also manage your password in here, and we've got more features coming whereby you'll be able to manage your team. So you'll be able to add other team members and you'll be able to, you'll also be able to map what they'll be able to get access to. So whether it's all of the policies, some of the policies relevant to trainers and assessors, et cetera, you'll be able to do all those sorts of things. So that's basically the rundown of what we've got so far. Do we have any questions of the system and any suggestions on what you'd like to see moving forward? You'll see our dashboard now has changed because we've got a few tasks that are in there now as well. And we've also, so this AI register health summary is where it's reviewing the health of your compliance and then giving you a summary. Will we be able to link calendar and task reminders to our internal internet dashboard? Also possibly be able to log straight in, maybe from our dashboard if we want to do it. I'll take that. I'll take that idea and we'll see what we can do. It's not what I had yet. One thing that we could possibly do is have this calendar be able to sync with your calendar. So that could be a possibility. It would be Microsoft to start with. So we would look at Microsoft and Google calendars, and you should be able to sync this calendar with your calendar. So, and what I would recommend is that you have a team calendar that everyone's using. So it's not going to specifically go into people's inboxes. But what will also happen is when you put in a task for yourself, so you'll go in and say, okay, I want to create a task, update the student handbook, need to contextualize for our learner cohort. That's pending. When I say that's high, when you enter in all of your users, all of the users will come up in here. So at the moment, we've only got Kerry. And we're going to say what date we want to do that by. You could also link it to multiple registers if you wanted to do that, but we're just going to be uploading. It's actually a continuous improvement that we're going to be doing. So we're going to add that, and then it will go into the continuous improvement register. Don't worry about the errors that are coming up at the moment. We'll have all those sorted. So you'll be able to do that. And then what can happen is that due date that you put in, you'll get an email to say you've got this task and here's a calendar appointment that you can put into your calendar. So that's what it could do now. So yeah, that is a possibility. Any other questions? Anything else you want me to show? Because this is the best way to do it. Also with tasks, you can have it come up with suggestions. So one is monthly compliance review. So you should conduct a monthly compliance review. Document review cycle. So you could add those in there as well. So it comes up with other ideas. It's also telling you which risk registers or which governance registers it should go into. It's also written your description for you as well. So you can then add that and it will go into your registers. Are you looking at having surveys feeding into this? Yes. So one of the features that I am looking at having is we're going to have a student login where the student will be able to access the student handbook, the relevant forms that are required, and they'll be able to fill them in online, and they'll go directly into your risk registers. So they'll be able to complete a complaint or an appeal, and it will go straight into the complaints and appeals register. So you won't need to manually add them anymore. The student will fill it in, and it will automatically go into your register. And when you have, and then the compliance manager or whoever you delegate will get an email to say a new complaint's been received, and this is the content of the complaint, and it's been added to the complaints and appeals register, and that it's been tabled for the next governance meeting. So yeah, so it will trigger all of that. So what I've been trying to do is automate as much as possible, so that you don't need to worry about chasing things up. It'll go straight into the register, and you could do the same with quality indicators. So you could send the quality indicators out, a link to the quality indicator survey that will be within ComplyHub, and then your students can complete that, and that will go straight into your quality indicators data. So you'll have that all updated in there, and you'll be able to drop down the AI will be able to identify any risks from those quality indicators that are completed and identify where it will need to go. So whether it will need to, is this an opportunity for improvement? Is this a complaint? Is this a risk within your RTO? For meetings, can you fill in the forms and save into ComplyHub? Yes. So what I want to also have managed in here, so a whole idea behind this is you'll have your monthly compliance meeting. So we're recommending calling it the governance meeting. That's what we've got in our new policies. So you'll go to your governance meeting, and you'll go to this dashboard, and you'll be able to identify where your opportunities are within here. Eventually, they will link to the relevant registers as well. So when you click on them, it'll go to that register, and you'll be able to review that. The other thing I am getting it to do is within the compliance calendar, you will be able to schedule your regular monthly compliance meeting, so governance meeting, and you'll have your minutes that will be able to go into here. Now, if you're doing your governance meeting online, you can record it using AI. So you could have your meetings bot, or you could use Copilot to take notes and then enter it in, and then it will create the minutes from that meeting. So no more note taking. You just need it to record those minutes. Eventually, I might look at whether it has the capability to be able to hold the meeting within the system and then record from there. Are we able to build our own surveys? Yes. So yes, definitely. So we'll have the quality indicator ones, but there will be a range of different surveys that you'll be able to put in there. One of the ones that I recommend is Net Promoter Score. So because I think you get a lot better results when you use Net Promoter Score. So I will have the quality indicators and Net Promoter Score as standard within the system, so that you'll be able to provide those links, and then you'll have the ability to do your own. We'll also have industry consultation survey in there as well. So you'll be able to send a link to that. And the great thing is when someone fills it in, it'll go straight into your industry consultation register. So you'll have your evidence of industry consultation. Then from there, so we'll have all of our different registers. Then from there, you'll be able to have, pull that data that was from industry consultation and put it into your training and assessment strategy. And one of the things that I'm wanting the system to do is to be able to build your TAS as well, based on the data that we're pulling into the system. So once again, so it's only going to get better over time. And with the tech that we've got, like just from the last demo I did a month ago, we've gone leaps and bounds with what the system can do. So there's going to be more that it's going to be able to do. That's because AI's changed. We just had agents come out when it comes to ChatGPT. So, and that improves this system as well. So it's got this main brain that's working out all of the different systems within this system. So it's only going to get better as we work on it more. Awesome. Being able to create a TAS, yeah. So my idea there is it will pull the information from the industry consultation surveys, as well as feedback from the students, and really identifying who your learner cohort is, and then your quality indicators. From there, they're including the vet miss data. So things like, are you Aboriginal, Torres Strait Islander? Do you come from a non-English speaking background? It'll be able to pull all that data, and then you'll be able to get an average of where they're, and link it to the qualification, and then that can be pulled into your training and assessment strategy. So it's going to make writing your TAS much, much easier, because it will be able to pull the data that you've already got within the system into your template. So yeah, so I hope you like that feature as well. I've got so many ideas of what I want it to be able to do. I have so many ideas that it was delaying the release of the system. So that's why we're doing a demo model that you'll be able to access. And I'll get the team to drop the link now, so you can sign up for your demo account, and you'll be able to start having a play with it. You'll have 14 days. So when you go to the page, you can go to click on demo, so request a demo. It doesn't actually go anywhere but a form, so you can actually start the free trial straight away. You can put in your details in here, and then it will take you straight into the demo account. So you'll be able to sign up straight away and start having a play with it. So I'd love your feedback. I'd love your ideas on what you think you would like added to the system. Yeah, its usability. Now, just remember, this is still a prototype, and I am still working on it. I'm still, so you can see there's still some error messages that are coming up. So anything that's got error messages and things like that, I'm already on it. I want you to focus more on features. So what are the other features that you would like? We're then also going to have, we're going to have a little tab in the, on the side menu here, that will be suggestions. So you'll be able to have your, if I could wave a magic wand, this is what I would like. So you can put your suggestions in there, and we'll be able to then take that on board for future versions of this. Now, we've already had we've got quite a few people online now. Our Diamond members get ComplyHub as part of their membership. We've also got a number of clients who have taken up the special offer that we had a month ago, which was locked in at $250 a month. It's now at $500 a month, so we've upped that, but we do have a 25% discount if you sign up within the next week. So do the demo, go on there and do the demo, and what will happen is when your demo runs out, it will pop up with, would you like to sign up? And if you do sign up, it will put you straight on the subscription. Then you have the option to bring the data in that you already have put into the system, or you can start with a clean slate. So it will give you the option of what you'd like to do. So you could start filling it out with your policies and documents, and you can start having a play with it, and you can keep all of that data if you want to. Now, one thing that is very, very important, security is the number one requirement that I've had around this system. Our team will not be able to see any of your data, any of your dashboard. We'll only be able to see your username, your phone number, and your email address. That's what we'll be able to see. We won't be able to see any of your dashboards. We won't be able to see any of your data. Neither will anybody else. The data is secure to you and your RTO and how you manage it and who you want to see what. So you'll actually have a profile settings, and you'll be able to say what team members are. Initially, we're just going to have like a trainer role, compliance manager role, and an admin role, as in admin staff. And then you're going to have an administrator, which will be the main user. Then you'll be able to set what they'll be able to get access to. So what documents they'll be able to get access to, what registers they'll be able to get access to, things like that. In the demo mode, when you sign up, I think there's only 8 registers that are in there at the moment. You will have all of the registers as an option. So you will be able to see all of those once you go in. And I'm sure, has anybody gone in to set up a demo account yet? I'd love to know whether you've gone in yet. We've got our team testing it now. So yes, good. Awesome, Kerry. I'll send you over the login for what I've already created for you, and you'll be able to access that. You might have found if you use your email address, it might have already had that email address in there. So, but I'll send you over the login. But I do recommend get in there, have a play, give us some feedback. I will, as a priority, get this suggestion box on the side menu so that you can start putting your suggestions in there. Forgive me if I've missed this information. Can we provide access to auditors? Yes, yes, we will be doing that in the future. So yes, the whole idea is that you'll be able to have auditor access where they can just see your governance registers, or you can choose what they can see. So you can say, okay, you can see our complaints and appeals, our opportunities for improvement, our third party list, all of that. So you'll be able to choose what registers they will be able to have a look at. You'll also be able to print reports from within here. So you can go in and say, okay, I want to create a report. So this one's an ASQA audit report. You could do a governance meeting report. You could do it as a Excel spreadsheet or a PDF document. You can say what dates it's from, what registers. So this is what would happen when you go to a meeting. So you'll go to your governance meeting, and in your governance meeting, you'll be able to see exactly how many things do you have on your activity for that week or month. Do you have an activity log? Yes. Yes. So, just to clarify, Adam, there is a range of different activity logs. So you've got different. You've got your compliance report. You'll be able to see different things. You'll also be able to see, so this one's got board activities, but it will actually have staff activities. So you'll be able to see who's logged in, when, how often they've logged in. Anything that they enter will be entered against their name. So you'll be able to see who's done what. So that report that you get, let's go back. Where's that report gone? Where are we? So when you go to the report, let's see if I can move. No, there we go. It will actually also have in here the person who's responsible, because we need to ensure we've got accountability. So I've written this against the requirements of the standards to ensure that we're complying with the standards, but also making it easier. So, so you're going to see a lot of changes in the next 2 weeks. So you've got a 2-week trial with the demo account. And there will be a lot of changes that will come through over the next 2 weeks. So I'll try not to do multiple releases in one day. So I've got a test account that I'm using. So I'll go test in there, and then we'll be able to release different releases that'll come out. Now, at this stage, we're not going to be really letting you know what's changed and what's been updated until we've done the full deploy of the system, because there's so many changes that I'm doing at the moment. Just the changes I made this week, or even today. Like today, I recreated. So I created the system, and then I recreated, the big one was this documents register, because I know this is going to be huge, and I really wanted a bulk upload, and I wanted to be able to map them. So so this before today, it was just you could only upload one document at a time, and it didn't use AI to identify what was in the document, whereas now we've got that feature in there. So I'm learning a lot along the way, and I'm really pushing the system to be able to do exactly, I'm trying to transplant my brain into the system. So basically this is ComplyHub is going to be your auditor, and your compliance manager. So it will have everything within the system. You're still going to need to have people enter stuff into the system, but it's going to be able to do your reports. And the Comply bot is going to be basically if you've got any questions. So for our superhero members who already know, we've already got a bot that we've been using. That's this bot. So the bot that you've been using and I've been training, we've already been training in here, and we're going to be training it further. So we've got a super user account that we can log into, and where we can train it further. So if there's any changes in the standards, if there's any changes, like if ASQA release a executive decision or one of their reports or something like that, or new FAQ sheet, like there was one that came out a couple of weeks ago, we can then train the bot with the new FAQ sheet. So you won't need to do that. We'll train the bot so that it's continually maintaining its compliance side. Any other questions? And if we have anybody on here who hasn't signed up yet, we will have the option. So there is a link when you go to that free trial, and I've got this link working now, team. It wasn't working earlier. You can book a call. So you can book a call or purchase now. So you can book a call with Dave, and Dave can organise a invoice for you and reoccurring payment. So we can do that through there. We're also setting it up so that you'll be able to purchase it through here as well, but you'll also be able to purchase it from the demo account. So that's coming. Within the next 14 days, I'm going to have that option in there. And if you sign up within the next 7 days, you'll get that 25% discount. Everyone else, you're locked in with your price. And we won't do the reoccurring payments until the full release. So your reoccurring payments won't commence until we've deployed the full system. I've set a deadline date of the 30th of August. However, I believe we're going to have it ready before then. I think within the next 14 days, we're going to have it fully up and operational. So I'll have all of those bugs out. Okay, any other questions, suggestions, thoughts? You're most probably playing with it now. So I'll stop sharing my screen. You're mostly jumping in there and having a play. So I'll get amazing. Awesome. Thank you. Incredible work. I've put a lot of my time into this. It is going to solve a lot of problems, so and make compliance much easier for you, and has come at the best time for me to be able to release this with the new standards. And it's all been written against the new standards, and it's going to meet all the compliance requirements of those new standards. So very, very exciting. Any of our clients have already signed up. We'll deploy your account, so you won't need to pay. It will, of course, because you're already in the subscription. We'll just deploy your account, and you'll see when it goes live, and I'll let you know. So you'll definitely receive an email and notification of when it's ready to be fully deployed. So I hope you're as excited as I am. This demo's gone way better than the last one. We had a few issues, tech issues, but this one, I'm very proud of what I've created here. This is the ultimate compliance system. Thank you, everyone, for attending today. And I'm looking forward to your feedback.